It's quick service, bro.
That looks good. Hey everyone, welcome back to Quizine TV, where we... Marty?
I'm going for some Somali.
No, I was gonna say quiz to cuisine, but we are going for Somali food.
Quiz to cuisine too. We do that as well. I'm very excited for Somali because I grew up with a lot of Somali friends, and more often than not, we never really spoke about their food. So it left me a bit puzzled when we set out on this journey, because I was like, what exactly is Somali food? Do you have any idea what it is?
I know there's gonna be a lot of rice, as per usual. I know that there's gonna be a lot of meat, as per usual. But I feel like, and I'm really interested to try potentially banana with it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never actually tried it, and at that time it seemed really strange, but now, when you think about it, plantain is basically a form of banana, isn't it?
Yeah, but is it? Are we having plantain, or are we gonna be having banana? So I'm excited about that. If so many millions and millions of people have it and enjoy it, then there must be something in it. And I know a lot of friends and people that I used to come across that, you know, speak so highly of having banana with their food. But I think that's the one for me that sticks out and think, oh, that'd be interesting.
What a interesting place. We obviously know it's in the Horn of Africa. So I think up until 1960s, there was an Italian colony in Somalia. There's also a British protectorate in Somalia, which means there's going to be some. Are you
No, carry on.
Are you mocking my historical context?
No, go on.
So there is going to be Italian influence there.
Agreed.
There's also going to be British influence in some sense, and then obviously trading routes with the Middle East. And you know, they're very close proximity-wise, trading route-wise to the subcontinent, which means they're going to have spices and influences from there. So it's going to be just a pure mix. The ancient land of Punt, a lot of people say, is actually Somalian. Have you ever heard of this?
Never heard of that. What is that?
In the days of the ancient Egyptians, there was this mysterious place called the land of Punt, or Puntland. Puntland, and that is basically where the ancient Egyptians used to get a lot of their gold from and a lot of their materials from. But there's very, very strong historical evidence to suggest it was actually Somalia. Punters took the punt and decided to make one part of Somalia Puntland. And there's obviously been a lot of conflict and a lot of bad stuff that's happened in the country since the 60s. And, you know, I think there's a lot to try. And you've fallen asleep, haven't you?
Alright, so we're here now. We're in Tottenham, Tottenham/Edmonton. We're here at Brothers Restaurant. We're gonna try Somali food. Looking forward to it. So we'll see how it goes. Alright. As soon as you come in, you are greeted really nicely, seated, and they don't have a menu. So we got to guess what to eat. Obviously this is for locals, obviously for Somalis that come in, they know exactly what they want, home cooked food. From my limited understanding, I asked for Bariss, which is rice. We got Hilib, which is some form of meat, chicken, beef, all on a platter.
Looking forward to it. I think it's going to be really authentic, because if you look around the restaurant as well, there's mostly Somali people here who are trying kind of local home cooked food, so I think we're going to get a really authentic experience. And yeah, we're going to get the soup first, and then we're going to go straight into whatever they bring us.
We're confused.
I'm not really sure what to expect. I've never tried this before.
Well, have a go, see. Should we go for it? What did it look like? Do you want to explain what it looks like?
I mean, it looks like a pretty standard soup, really. It's got a
vegetable soup,
greenish kind of colour, some sort of veg in it. It looks like there's bits of garlic in it, some spring onions, and then a fat wedge of lemon.
Good?
It's really good.
Shall I have a
give it a go?
This soup, it's so zesty. It's probably, I don't know. Is it meaty? Is it vegetable soup? It's a light vegetable soup.
It tastes very vegetable-y.
Light vegetable soup, very zesty from the lemon.
You got some spring onions. The spring onions in there are nice as well.
Bang.
I think the spring onions in there are nice. It's got a little bit of a salty taste to it, but it's nice. It's quite refreshing, isn't it?
I'm gonna try it with a bit of chili sauce.
Yep, I'll try it with a bit of chili sauce.
Hey,
Good chili.
oh my god!
Let me try this chili.
Try it with the chili sauce. Try it with the chili sauce.
This is a bit of homemade chili sauce.
That chili sauce is.
I'm gonna smack a bit of that into my soup. Oh,
It's chili though. It's quite chili,
punch.
but it's so
It packs
good.
a serious punch, but it's really tasty. It's really tasty. We've got another sauce here.
Mint sauce. Seems like a mint sauce.
It's a green kind of thing. I don't really know what that is. I'm just gonna hold it up to the camera.
Mint sauce.
It's green.
How's it?
Oh,
Good.
let me try this. That's spicy, man.
Where's it
A
spicy?
lot of green chili in that.
Spicy.
Green chili, coriander, bit of lemon juice, but it's really good. It's really good, isn't it?
It's like two different chili sauces. They're banging.
Both chili sauces, but they're both very different in flavour. One you get the really green, refreshing, coriandery taste,
Nice.
and the other one is your typical kind of almost red chili kind of vibe from it, right?
I don't know about you. I'm starving, so this is a
going down the
great
treat.
start. Great start.
It's quick service, bro.
That looks
service.
good. Bariss Hilib and loads of other meats.
Long grain rice, cooked in some spices, and then it's topped off with a range of meats. We've got beef, chicken, and lamb here. And then you can see some tomatoes, red onions as well for that extra flavour, and you can see just a slight dusting on the top of chili flakes, which is, I'm sure, going to pack a serious punch. Meat looks super, super tender and juicy. Oh, I just can't wait to tuck into this. Chicken breast, very soft, delicate. It's tearing off quite easily. A little bit of rice. Are you ready? Let's go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my god.
Spices seem very familiar. Very, very familiar. Chicken is perfectly cooked. It's not too dry. Really juicy. You could tell that they've cooked it properly. Look at that. Look at the moisture on that. Zoom into that. Look at the moisture on that. Look, it's dripping full of spices. The rice, long grain rice, cooked perfectly. Not too soft, not too hard. Oh,
It's so succulent, isn't it? The chicken.
Yeah.
Even though they've got it so juicy, so moist, and the flavours, you can get that.
it's got a little bit
Cumin.
of cumin and turmeric.
Got a bit of
You can tell
turmeric in it.
turmeric in it.
And then that rice is just phenomenal.
Perfect.
It soaks
Perfect.
up all the juices. So soft. You try what's next?
What's next? Oh, this looks like a leg of lamb.
Look at that leg of lamb. Whoa, so good, so juicy. Oh my god, that is phenomenal. That
Breaks
is
off
phenomenal.
the bone. Literally breaks off the bone.
Soft, succulent.
Look how tender it is. So tender. So tender.
It's such a good bit of meat as well. Look at the level of fat. You can just see the amount of fat that's there. That juices from the fat soaked up by the meat. We've got beef left, haven't
Let's
we?
go. Last bit. A bit of beef. Shards of beef.
Oh, this is good. Look, finely cut bits of beef, very, very fine, so you can cook through properly and make sure it's all nice and tender. Cook well.
Let's go with a bit of
Get a
rice.
little bit of rice as well.
A little bit of rice. There you go.
Let's go again.
Cheers. Very similar seasoning to the chicken, maybe because it's sitting with the chicken. Very similar seasoning. Thin cut of beef, tender. You know, as you can see, look, it just rips off. Cooked very nicely. Definitely got some kind of curry vibes to it. So definitely got all the 5 main spices that we can imagine: cumin, coriander, all of that. So it's with the rice, it's like eating from home. Honestly, it's like eating from home. I can see why this is so popular.
The second meal we've gone for is pan-fried fish with some spaghetti, salmon on a bed of potatoes, roast potatoes, and some lettuce and some salad with some tomatoes. And then here we've got a separate plate of spaghetti cooked with red onions and a lot of that chili, the chili flakes and the chili powder. They've got this sweet vinaigrette
some sort.
Some sort of vinaigrette, which really takes the whole thing to another level. It adds that little tang to it at the end of it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Makes it so good.
But look at this pasta, nice thin pasta in a tomato base, a lot of chili, not too much sauce, which is good. Not too much sauce because it's meant to. This piece of fish is meant to accompany it, so it's so good.
It seems so classically Italian, but with a sort of new dimension to it, doesn't it? Like fundamentally,
You can't put your finger on what it is. Like, it's Italian style. From afar, it looks Italian. There's a certain mystique to it.
Yeah.
Because you look at it and you say, oh, this is Italian. But actually, when you taste it, there's something slightly different. Love it. Absolutely love it. So to end our meal, we have ordered some tea, Somali tea. Heard so many good things about Somali tea. So we've got 3 different types of tea. All right. So we got, first and foremost, we have black tea. Okay. So this is general Somali black tea. So no milk. So the second tea that we have is a milk version of the normal tea, but it's got added ginger. Third version, variation, just milk tea. It's good, it's good. I didn't put any sugar in it. I mean, I don't like having sugar in my tea. But milky tea, very milky. It's got a lot of cardamom seeds at the top. Nice, it's got a really, really aromatic smell to it. Yeah, it's a good tea. It's a good tea. To finish off any meal, it's a good tea.
So I'm gonna go straight for the milky tea with ginger in it because that has just tickled my fancy. I've never had ginger inside tea with milk in it. When I have ginger in my tea, it's usually when it's black tea. So I'm quite intrigued to see what it tastes like. It's sprinkled, of course, with cardamom, and it's got some spices in it. So it's going to taste a bit like the masala tea, I think, which I'm used to having. Oh.
Going for the seconds.
Oh my god, that's amazing. The ginger in that is so strong. Obviously it's milky, creamy, gorgeous tea with lots of sugar in it. So it's nice and sweet, and then you just get a hit of ginger in as well.
Going for the third sip.
I want to down the whole thing, I don't know.
Nice and strong, nice and strong. This is exactly how I like my tea. Nice and strong, black, no milk, no sugar, but it's got that hint of spice to give it that extra kick. Again, to allow all the delicious food that we had to digest. So this is probably my favorite, personal favorite. But this is how I have it. So we've just had our meal, Somali meal at Brothers. Super filling, really nice. Bit disappointing that we didn't get to try our banana with the food. But
very disappointed with that.
Yeah, but
I'm heartbroken.
Yeah, me too. Apparently they didn't have banana. Either it ran out or they couldn't source the right type for whatever reason. So it was a bit disappointing, but the food was unreal. Food was really good, very filling.
I mean, it was... I think the beauty of it was that it was so random.
Yeah, it was very random, very random.
It was so random, but it kind of makes sense why it's so random, because we spoke about the complex intertwined history that it has with its neighbours, but also with the Middle East and the Muslim world, as well as Europe through Italy. So it kind of makes sense that in front of me was what felt like similar to a South Asian pilau with quite traditional Horn of African type spiced meat with the most Italian of pastas.
Yeah.
With what felt like quite a bit British salmon with roast potatoes.
It was like a cocktail.
It was like a cocktail. It was literally it was probably the most random meal I've had in my life, but I absolutely loved it.
We actually didn't know what we ordered. Like, we had no idea what we ordered. We walked in, the guys are super nice, but they don't have a menu, or there's no menu, so it's based around what you know and what you feel like, and when you ask for the menu's like, don't worry about it, we got you.
He said he is the menu.
Menu.
Words were, I am the menu. So we were like, so interesting. We fundamentally went to a place that is aimed for Somali people. It was a proper, it's like back in the days before Indian restaurants kicked off in Brick Lane. They were effectively Bengali canteens for the Bengali migrant workers in the area. And that's what this place felt like.
Yeah.
It was a canteen, it was
Yeah.
a restaurant for Somali workers in the locality.
Yeah.
And that we've fully experienced that through there not being a menu, us not knowing what the prices of each meal were.
We literally didn't.
We literally said to the guy, we said, get us the bill. He came back, said the figure, we paid him, and that was it.
It was a good meal. Like, I would definitely go there again. So we didn't even talk about the tea that we had at the end, the ginger creamy tea. That was good. That was our trip to Somalia, in North London, Brothers Restaurant. Very, very good. If you like our vlogs, like, comment, and subscribe for more content. For more content. All right, more content. Let's see where Quizine takes us next time. Bye.